showing the amazingness that's in the broth. So once it's cooled, you can see this is not just water with flavoring. There's all the bits that make up the bones and the connective tissue. So when we eat this, it gives our body the building blocks that make up and build our bodies. If you have and give that to your body will not be breaking constantly. It will bend so you can jump, run, play, do all the things that kids do. Well, usually they say, okay, you know, I used to be able to do that when I was a kid and this and that. Nowadays, kids are breaking even when they're kids. They can't run and play without breaking, many of them. But it's because they are, and their parents are giving them crap, and so they're making crap. And even people think they are giving their kids the healthy food, such as plants, organic, even taking the fat out. No way are they ever focusing on giving their children broth and animal products from every part of the animal. Children don't have the building blocks. They're being fed freaking crap, and so they're breaking. But that doesn't need to be the case for children or adults. And this is one of the very important superfoods that you should be consuming yourself and giving to your children from as early as they'll take it. And please, always from grass-fed, grass-finished, outdoor, naturally raised animals that are treated kindly and loved. And then, yeah, we have to kill them to get the bones. So there are kinder, more gentle ways of killing them. If you're eating these poorly produced animals, you're not going to get the bend. You're still going to get the break. We are what we were made of, and if we're eating unhealthy plant-based diets, as well as eating animals that are eating their unnatural diet, they're not built well. They're not going to build us well. Very, very important to go and source these high quality animal products. Hopefully locally would be ideal if you can pull that off. If not, there are people that are selling and shipping high quality products such as Frank Tufano. He is apparently a 7-year carnivore. I don't necessarily think carnivore is ideal, but he found his best health through focusing mostly on carnivore, so that's fine. We all gotta do what truly feels best in us by trying things, consuming various things, feeling the way it's making us feel, and then doing what's best for each one of us individually, which will vary a bit and evolve as our bodies heal too. So don't just leave things out that you've had to take out forever. Try little bits down the road, because your body might be able to handle it once you're healed up. I follow more, try to mimic more how wild people eat. So they do eat plants, wild plants, and they have special preparations for those. And broth would have been one of the things that they would have had constantly simmering and available. So that's what I do, mimicking it the best I can in my modern house with my modern conveniences, which I love and appreciate, because it allows me to do a far wider variety of things, like relax, super chill, travel, whatever I want. So love modernness, and we're just bringing in some of these wild people things so that we can have their quality of life and health. In no way, shape, or form do we need to go back to living in the cave or the teepee. However, I totally could do that. Working on it. Unfortunately, my kids, they love the house and the modern conveniences, so I can't do that quite yet. But, you know, when I can, as I can, that's the plan for me. But in no way, shape, or form is that necessary when we're implementing these things. They can be done in the comfort of all our modern wonderfulness. And it doesn't have to be expensive. So I was listening to some fellow biohacker. Seems like he's well known by people other than me. So he does, grounding mats and, ultra whatever red light thingy and, all the machines and gadgets, the cryo freezing deal. I don't do any of that stuff. One, I can't afford it. And two, why would I spend my money on that when I can just go out in nature and do it for real? So my niche, I would say, is kind of like a biohack type, but showing you how to go do these things freely from nature, or like super cheaply, because most of us don't have bazillions of dollars that we can spend on all the fancy equipment that mimics what nature gives us freely. And in addition, nature's going to have a more complete picture, right? So there's mimics, but it's not complete with everything that nature has coupled with the mimic. So, for example, tanning beds. I use them. I can't lay out naked safely. And unfortunately, in addition, I live in places where there's winter happening. So I use a tanning bed, but I fully recognize and I'm aware that the rays and things that the tanning bed delivers are in no way, shape, or form an exact replica of the sun. So I'm going to go for real sun any day and as much as humanly possible, even if it's in a swimming suit. Of course. It's free, and it's giving me way more than that tanning bed, which I have to pay for. So the point is, that's great, wonderful for them. They can afford it. They want to do all that. Awesome. But for those of us that cannot and don't want to, there is the much better version of events from nature that we can bring in and implement. And bone broth. Okay. Sorry, I'm amused with the thoughts in my mind. In Utah, I buy bones from my local farm. my beautiful, wonderful, naturally producing, kindly raised animals farm. And it's still pretty cheap. It's like $2 a pound or something, and it comes with the marrow and all the yummy nuggets. There's even some meat on there, whatever. So, but I'm here in Alaska, and oh dear, that's my child. Hey, Jaku, hey, loco, ¿qué onda? I call my kids the little crazies. So, we source some wild meat, which is what I prefer over farmed animal meat, and they had bones. So I was like, yay, let's go get the wild bones. I want to obviously eat broth made from wild bones. That's above and beyond better than any animal that's, you know, enslaved. As kindly as they are raised, they're still, you know, imprisoned and have the energy of a enslaved being, a docile enslaved being. Well, I want to be made of wild stuff because I want to be the vibrational essence of wild as much as humanly possible. So heck yeah, I want some wild bones to make some wild broth, and so we go there to pick them up, and they give them to us for free. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, people do not understand this superfood. Thank you, Jesus, I guess, for me, because I just got these amazing bones for free. But they're even, like, super cheap for the same reason. So hopefully I can get those bones really expensive, because I'm going to get everyone to take their bone broth. Because it's freaking superior and amazing to build your human into the super being that it was designed to be. One of the hacks into a thriving, amazing human body is this broth. So I have a video where I show how to make this broth. Just look up bone broth, wild mother's wisdom, or whatever, and it should pop up. There's other people, I'm sure, many more wonderful videos than I, whom you can watch and get the bone broth recipe from them. But in my opinion, they kind of complicate it way more than is necessary. So I just have a little simple video where it's like, boom, 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 just do this, and then just do it, and it'll be good. And then you can give your pets the bones after, you know, you've brewed them a few times and you've gotten what you wanted out of them. You can let them enjoy them so they can be amazing and strong as well, because there's still a lot of value left in those bones. And then I do put bone broth in my pets' food. I don't have pets, but I watch animals, and when I notice that they're kind of struggling, I'll add in a sneak in. Shh, don't kill. No, I'm kidding. I think the owners would be fine with it, but I would put in the a little bit of broth and various things in their food, which helps them immensely. I see them definitely improve after I've done that. So don't keep this from your pets. Give it to them as well. So I guess that's the end of what I wanted to say about the broth. I just want to show how thick and amazing. Like, that's collagen. That's okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Is it silica? It's all these wonderful things that make up your body. I am not a detailed person. I don't care what's in there. I just know it's in there. Right? Like, I don't care about the made-up names for it or the details. Some people care about that. There are videos that will cover that for you. I'm not the lady where you're going to get that. But, you know, people like Frank Tufano, I trust him because he is encouraging people to eat quality raised animals. And I've listened to his videos, and I basically like what he says because I say the same thing. And then there's various other people as well, but he'll give you more of the details on, oh, this vitamin, that vitamin, this blah, 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 what's in there. I'm not going to do that since, you know, he and other people already have done that. So sure if you're interested in knowing the like exact details as to what and why, check it out. But the what and why makes you amazing, super bionicle human that can jump off things and not break. You will bend rather than break. I jump off things all the time. I do, you know, lunges and squats off of super high stuff. And jump and run and play. And I twisted my ankle and it didn't do anything but go back, and I kept running, you know, like I had knees and various parts of my body that felt pain and broken that don't feel that anymore after I've implemented these things. And I've been a vegan. My body broke on that. And yeah, I did it freaking perfectly. I do everything perfectly. I'm doing this for my health, so I ain't jerking around. So I discovered that was an unfortunate lie that we're being told about the plants. So I switched. Because I was broke, it broke me, and I wanted to, the whole point of what I was doing is to be like superior healthy being, and it made me into a crap, pathetic loser of a being. And you know, it's unfortunate that we're not told the truth. We can't just trust people, but we can't. So I discovered what works, and I just thought it would be cool to share for those that are interested in knowing from somebody that's tried it and done it, all sorts of things for the past 25 years. Not just with myself, but with my children, and while having children through myself. And the results from what I'm doing now are far superior than when I was having and eating a plant-based diet. So, do it if you want to be freaking amazing and have a super joy-fueled, exciting day. Because otherwise, what's the point of this shit? If you're not having fun, there's no freaking point, okay? So, love ya, and go have fun. Peace out. Mwah.